a case get re-indicted because we successfully defeated the first indictment, and rather than do the right thing, the prosecutor decided that it is, I don't know if he's getting a bonus or what, but he's got some interest in creating a felon of somebody who films. So I'm not going to say what this case is. I'm not going to give any names. I will skip. I am going to use a name, but I'm telling you right now, it is a fictitious name. So the name I'm going to say is not the name that I'm about to read in the indictment. I'm not going to tell you what county or court I'm in. I'm not going to tell you who the defendant is. But I just want this video to serve as proof as to why, just because the prosecutors and the police and everybody, they go online or they release a statement and say that this person's been indicted, this is why you should never, ever trust an indictment. No matter how serious the charges are themselves, never, ever trust an indictment. Because there's a saying in the law that you can indict a ham sandwich. I'm about to explain to you exactly how they do that. So, here's the whole thing. The grand jury in the county of blank, state of Texas, duly impaneled, blah, 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 in the following court in the said county, upon their oaths, present in and to said court in said term that the defendant, which I'm not going to say, hereinafter styled defendant, on or about, this was in 2021, I'm not going to give you the exact date, I'm not going to narrow this down at all, and before the presentment of this indictment, the county and state said, did then, this is the quote. Okay, the only thing that's not quoted in here is the names. I'm gonna change the names, okay? Did then and there, for monetary and personal benefit, profit, or gain, recklessly cause the exploitation of Taylor Swift, an elderly person, by the illegal or improper use of the elderly person by video recording Taylor Swift without her consent and making that video recording available for the public view. That's it. That's the indictment, right? Now, if you read that, what does it sound like to you? By recording Taylor Swift without her consent and making that video recording available for the public view, right? And it also says by illegal or improper use of the elderly person by video recording Taylor Swift without her consent, making that video recording available to the public view. What goes through your mind? What goes through your mind is somebody sticking a camera under a bathroom stall or in a change room or peering through a window, right? Let me just briefly tell you what the facts of this is. This person, Taylor Swift, was in a public place. She was in a public place at all times. And by the way, the person who was filming, the defendant, was filming not her. She's the one that went into their faces because she didn't like the fact that they were filming in a public place and she happened to be in a public place. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the facts of the case. That's the facts of the case. Now, there are other facts that are fact issues as well, but, for example, there never was monetary or personal benefit because the video in question was never published. But you read the indictment and you think, holy man, this guy's a dirtbag, right? No. That's why all you've got to do is tell them, oh my gosh, they were filming this woman and she didn't like it and she's old and they've got a YouTube channel and that YouTube channel is monetized and they didn't have her permission. So just remember that next time the media or anyone records you in public and don't have your permission and they publish it on a YouTube channel, apparently you can charge them with a felony. Now we're going to get these charges dropped just like we got them dropped the first time before they were re-indicted 4 years ago. And but I just want you to know, when you hear an indictment, it doesn't matter how bad it sounds. So-and-so in such place and county did then and there did touch in an inappropriate manner a child under the age of 13 or something like that, right? Just know that what that could be is anything as simple as the person's daughter or son misbehaving in Walmart and he's trying to drag the child out of the building. That's an inappropriate touching or a swat on the butt. So they can make anything in these indictments to make it sound so that a jury goes, oh, egats! We're going to charge this guy with a felony for filming someone in a public place. All right, guys, you guys take care. Be safe. Be free. Never trust your government.